Hey, so today we're going to talk about freelancing part-time versus full-time, which is better. And I believe this is an important topic to talk about, especially if you probably have started freelancing by the side, maybe while doing your regular 9 to 5 or your remote 9 to 5, and then it has gotten to a point whereby it seems like you are wondering if you should choose one over the other. And that is the fact that should you continue to freelance part-time, or should you just take the head plunge into full-time freelancing? So if that is the bridge that you are at right now, I got you. Let's see whether you should cross that bridge or not. So welcome back to my channel, The Creative Being Woman. This is the channel where moms, work from home moms, and ladies come to get actionable tips and strategies on how to navigate their work from home life to make it work for them. If you're a guy, you're welcome to stay as well. I won't judge, I won't push you away. So without wasting so much time, let's get right into today's video. So I'm not going to spend so much time defining part-time, what part-time freelancing is, or the pros and cons, because I am in the previous video before this, I already went into deep detail, and that is when I was answering the question of, should I say, helping you answer the question if you can freelance part-time. So if you haven't seen that video, go and check that video where I talked basically more about freelancing part-time and what it entails. Same goes for full-time freelancing. I already covered that in a previous video where I was trying to differentiate freelancing and having a remote career. So there I talked about the pros and cons of freelancing full-time. So I won't waste time dwelling on those. I'm just going to go straight to the point, which is the gist of today. Between part-time freelancing and full-time freelancing, which is better? My short answer to you is it depends. It depends on your personal circumstances and your goals at the moment. So I would just say you can consider freelancing part-time if you actually enjoy your full-time commitment. So maybe the job you're doing currently, whether that is in a remote setting or a traditional 9 to 5, you actually enjoy it, but you just want to ensure that you still have something by the side, like pursue a passion or pursue some skills that you want to build on by the side through freelancing. Because what it's going to do is that it's going to allow you to test the waters. It's going to let you, without feeling so much pressure of, oh, do I need to let go of my full-time commitment? It's not going to let you have that pressure. Instead, you can take time to gradually build your skills, especially if you're entering into a new field, build up your portfolio, and then you don't have to bother about, okay, if I don't get a freelance gig this month, where will my next paycheck come from? You already have, your full-time commitment taking care of that. And so that is why I would say, okay, keep sticking to part-time freelancing. I would say you should consider, or you can consider, full-time freelancing if right now it seems like your current career or your current path that you're pursuing in your 9 to 5 isn't serving you. You have grown past that, and then you are now ready to just face this skill that you have built in full-time freelancing. And then you understand the risk, you understand uncertainty that full-time freelancing brings. You already understand all of that. Then it's not going to come as magic to you, and then at that point you're ready to go in and then do your thing, and you have also prepared for it. Because like I have said in the previous video, don't just take the leap. I know that there are some circumstances where there are toxic work situations and all of that, whereby it seems like the only thing you can do is to leave one for the other. So like I said, situations differ, but it's better that you have like some kind of financial cushion at some point that doesn't make it look like by the time you let go of your full-time commitment, you are running around when feast and famine cycles come in. So yeah, that's that. The next thing that I'm going to talk about is there a middle ground? So maybe now that I've I've told you when you should consider part-time freelancing, and I've told you when you should consider full-time freelancing. Neither of them seems like the perfect option for you, and you're wondering, okay, is there a way we can meet in the middle? What is the middle ground? I don't want to cross to the other side of the bridge. I want to just stay in the middle. Well, there are two things I would say that you can apply as a middle ground based on your circumstance. The first is, if maybe the full-time commitment you have is a remote work setting, try and see if the policies in your remote job allow it. If you can some way maybe downgrade from a full-time commitment to part-time. So if you downgrade to a part-time with that company, in that way you don't have to give up the work entirely. You still have money coming in every month. It's just that now it's on a part-time basis, and at that point you don't also have to give up freelancing. What this now does for you is that maybe before you could only give 10 hours to freelancing. Now you could balance it out and then give more hours to freelancing. So that can be like a hybrid approach, if I call it, that you can employ. On the other end, if you are doing like an in-office job and then you're like, okay, what is the middle ground? What you might want to do is probably see if the company you're working with, I know this might not always be the case, but try and see if the company you're working with might allow you work from home. So that will give you like a remote work setting environment. Or try and see if you can pursue another job opportunity, just in case that company you're working with doesn't allow you to do that. So you can pursue another work opportunity, maybe with the same skill you have, or even from the skills that you have built you're pursuing with freelancing, and just look for a job that allows you to work from home, and that's it. So that can be a middle ground for you. So my answer to the question, is freelancing part-time or freelance better than freelancing full-time, or vice versa, is going to be, what is it that's working for you right now? That is a question that you can answer, because it will depend on the stage that you are in your life, or the circumstances that are at play right now, or what you are looking to get, whether in the process of, is it more flexibility or stability, or is it that you just prefer to just choose one part more than the other? It's still going to just boil down to your decision. You might finish watching this video and you decide that, you know what, I'm good full-time freelancing. I understand the risk. And when I mean risk, literally just talking about, you understand the ebbs and flows that come with freelancing, whereby there are some months where there is a lot of work coming in, and there's some months where there might not be so much of work coming in. But if you have learned to navigate those periods, those slow periods when there isn't so much work coming in, you can still find a way to not ensure that you are, I don't want to say losing your mind when there's no work coming in, but something like that. And I'm going to also, in a later video, talk about what you can do during when there are periods of slow work coming in when you're a freelancer. All right, so you might watch this video and just decide that, okay, you know what, I'm going to do the two. I'm going to keep my full-time commitment and freelance by the side, or I'm just going to go all the way into having a remote career, a remote 9 to 5, and that's all works for me. At the end of the day, there is no one size fits all answer, because your career can be as unique as you are, and you are constantly changing as well, and your needs and paths and circumstances are constantly changing. So there are some circumstances where the way your career journey might look this year or next 2 years might not be the same way that it looks right now. So think about that as well. All right, that is all for today's video. If you have comments, questions, or there is one of these that you prefer more than the other, go ahead and drop a comment below. I want to hear it, and I will see you in the next video. In the next video, we're going to be talking about how to transition from a 9 to 5 to full-time freelancing. In case you're in that cycle, or this is something that you're considering, you don't want to miss that video, so make sure you turn on your notification bell, and I will see you there. Bye.